Hello, my name is Kent Higgins, and I'm here to talk to you about what we call Rosie's Readers, the St. John's Book Group, which has been going for over 30 years now, meeting each Wednesday. And I can tell you about it a little bit. We'll have some witness from folks who are in it now, but just some quick facts. We meet each Wednesday from 11 in the morning until noon, give or take a little bit. Our meeting space used to be room 209 at the church, but with the pandemic, that doesn't work anymore. So we now meet by Zoom. And that has opened up just a whole range of possibilities that we frankly didn't know existed. People are participating from, one lady was in Spain this summer, and she joined the book group from Spain. Had an excellent picture too. We choose books by voting based on the recommendations from our members. People who say, I've read this or I've heard about it, and they give an argument for it. People discuss them, and then we do some voting and we decide. Those books typically are religious or spiritual in nature, although we have deviated from that. For example, we're presently reading a book by an Episcopal priest, Cynthia Bourgeot, and it's called The Wisdom Jesus. It is a completely different take on Jesus and what his teachings meant. It will challenge every belief that you have. Before that, less challenging, but nonetheless informative. We read a book which featured conversations between the Dalai Lama and Archbishop Desmond Tutu, two fine examples of people who understand spirituality and are leaders in their own right. And they are friends, and that was apparent as we watched them. But before that, we got into our secular mode for a moment and read John Meacham's book about our United States and about what's going on with it now. It was called The Soul of America, The Battle for Our Better Angels. Meacham happens to be an Episcopalian, but he's an historian, and that's what we were reading him for. Point is, there's some variety, and it is chosen by us. We pass the reading skills around, or the reading tasks around from person to person. Because we do read the books aloud. This is that wonderful book group where you show up, you haven't read a thing about it, and nobody's going to ask you anything because we're going to read it out loud. And at first, when I encountered that, I thought, dear God, we're going to read the book out loud? But turns out there's a reason for that. And it's true today. We have just recently been joined by a new member who is visually impaired. Can't read the book with his eyes, but when somebody reads it to him, even though we're not always the greatest readers in town, it enables him to participate. And that reasoning goes back to an original member of the group, which, by the way, included Mary Adelia McLeod. She was then the co-rector of St. John's and the person who got all this started. You should know that our book group has become its own community. A number of our members will try to meet for lunch. Again, that's a challenge with COVID in existence, but they get together afterwards. They know each other. We recently had an experience with one member whose son was in the Kabul airport and one of the last people to leave. His job with the military was to get the others out. Well, we didn't suffer as much as his parents did, but they're both members of our group, and we certainly were very much aware of what was going on with him. He was very much in our prayers. It is that kind of a companionable experience, and I think it's something that really has benefits for us in this world. If you're interested in joining, my contact information is usually every week and this week at St. John's, or you can call the church office, so they know how to get hold of me, or just call my cell phone, 304-542-4378. Be happy to talk to you about it. Now, if I can manage this properly, I'm going to show you a video of a few of our members, and we're going to see what happens, what their thoughts are about this. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you will come and join us.
Sure, I would encourage others to join. I know that we're supposed to be religious oriented. Every now and then we might go off of that, and I like that also. But I like the fact that this book club makes you, it challenges you, and and she asked questions. When we were doing the one on spawn, and when you get into emergent birth and monsters and fire breathing and stuff like that, just makes you question, could this be, or how did it be? Or I will always question, how was everything that I see in life and beyond created in 7 days? I don't get it. Okay, I just don't get it. But I enjoyed the book club because we consolidate our questions together and we combine our questions together, and it's nice.
Yes. And, I enjoy the reading and the learning because we pick challenging books that challenge our belief system. They also go beyond our beliefs, just challenge our understanding of this world and of ourselves. But the thing that is most beautiful to me about this book club is the sense of community that we have with everybody, because everyone contributes and you don't know what anybody's going to say. We just don't take positions and stick with it, and we listen to one another. We learn from one another. It is a true community. I just love it.
I find it personally very beneficial because there are ones of us who are struggling more or less in the same areas, and we're able to communicate about that. And I get the real feeling that this is what the communion of saints is.
So that was Alvin Russell, and then Beth Satis and her husband Lyle Satis. Please consider joining us. Doesn't cost anything. You do have to buy a book at some point, but maybe you can buy it from the library. We hope that you will consider it, and you can easily get in touch with me. Just have a shot and we'll be happy to talk to you. Thanks.